It's raw, it's live, and uncut, yeah. This is Raw Dawggin with your host DJ Cornett and Tim Turner. Let's go. It's raw, it's live, and yeah, it's uncut. Yeah. From XL to teacups, studs, bitches, pups. Healthcare tips to help the breed grow. Yeah. Stack off bills to help your team grow. Let's get it. Promo available, we got it for the cheap. And every Thursday night, yeah, we on your TV. You're gonna get the facts. Tim Turner like Ric Flair, about to snap. Yeah, built up designs, nobody do it better. Go Ralph on the corner, getting at him on our channel. Go, you don't wanna miss it. We Thursday night live, yeah, 8:15, yeah, Eastern time. Giving everybody they shine, don't pay no mind to sucker shit. Raw Dawggin, baby, yeah, who else you wanna be fucking with? Strongest in the game, about to take off by doing good business and showing great.
Hey, good evening, you beautiful motherfuckers. It's Raw Dawggin Raw Uncut. It's your host, DJ Cornett.
And Dr. Tim Turner.
Hey, he's checking them at the door. Man, we're going to have a great show tonight.
Yeah.
We had a hell of a weekend, so the show, we're still going to have a great show. Mm-hmm. We did push the Ron Ramos episode back until next week. Plus, we wanted to get RJ and Stand Up Kennels K2 his proper shine for winning the $1,000 stack off and championship belt. So that episode, if you guys are tapping in right now, you guys, man, that will be on next week's episode. We're going to keep it jumping. We had James Cosby last week. We had technical difficulties, but the video did get shared eventually. And I know, did you happen a chance to tap into it?
I have not.
Oh, you haven't yet? Man, honestly, that was a good interview. Come to find out a lot about the wow factor, how it came about.
How he got started in dogs itself?
Yeah, how he got started was his wife. Mm-hmm. So his wife was actually the dog person. He didn't even like dogs. He was scared shitless. People didn't even believe that he was getting into dogs. So that was kind of how it was cool how he did and how everyone's growing up and the work ethic, what we need to start breeding towards. It was a great interview to sit down with one of the legends in it right now throwing shows, Mr. Wow Factor himself, which will have a show August 6th in Philly. Right now, I think it's like 80% chance that Raw Dawggin will be there. I think it's going to look good. We're slowly trying to get all the logistics figured out on it because I think that would be a cool one to go to as well. And then last week also, Kyle Muck, we touched on Nostradamus of the bully shows. That's why I'm going to hashtag him when I fuck with him. We'll call him the bully Nostradamus of the shows about judges not acting right. That was a great show. And then this fucking weekend, BullyCon Chicago, as of to date, that's the funnest show that I've ever been in or participated in.
Dude, I walked around so much, my calves hurt for 2 days. So, like I said, I don't think I sat down for like 5 minutes. That was it.
No, literally, man. From the time I walked into that motherfucker, I had the championship belt on my shoulder. I was fucking panhandling, getting people into joining this fucking, doing this stack off, man. We had a lot of dogs that jumped in. I mean, crazy dogs. I mean, OG China Boy sons were in there. Fucking Goldmine fucking kids were in there. Goldmine was in the fucking building. Specimen of a dog, man. A specimen.
Then you got your that badass OG China Boy that from Boston.
Kronos.
Man, that boy was phenomenal.
Hey, if you guys love that tonight, Discovered Kennels.
Right.
That's who we're fucking doing it on. You bet your ass. Hey, that OG China Boy son, man, speaking of another OG China Boy son, I just, I get off topic.
Mr. Fuji.
Mr. fucking Fuji. Kev Green's Mr. Fuji was fucking absolutely insane. Walking around, they did get some professional photos done of him. Fucking phenomenal. We've had the brother already, an OG China son named Goldmine on there. And I told them, I said, we might need to do a damn special on Mr. Fuji. It was fucking awesome. So then tonight, man, we're going to talk again more about Chi-Town on how that went down. We got the Jonathan Smith interview.
Mr. Kentucky, the guy that put Kentucky on the map with
Yeah.
Fat Willie. If you people don't know what Fat Willie is, you about to find out.
Definitely. And not only that we learned Fort Knox and Gold Mine, production-wise, Ship and Seaman have already passed out Fat Willie,
Right.
which is absolutely insane to think about, considering motherfucking Fat Willie is a legend in our, and so that already means like Fort Knox and them, if them productions still keep going, that dude's building legends on legends. That's at Fat Lines will be up there in my eyes just with Bully Camp line or any of them other lines that that you would particularly talk about. Then we're gonna go tonight's controversy on fucking topic. Prices on dogs. How we come up with them, how you come up with them. What do we think's good prices? What's the average price? We all know that the market right now is flooded. So then that's when quality is going to have to fucking really matter on these price tags as well.
But these buyers, they're not wanting to spend. They don't care about the quality
Not
of
in-
the dog.
A lot of them don't because they're chasing the dream and that hype, man.
Right.
Then we're going to go into size over health. When does that? Are you going to go too extreme, tall or big? Or are you going to go too extreme, small? When is that fine line? When do you call the size versus health? We're going to get into that. Other than that, man, for real, the show is going to keep going. Shout out to our sponsors. We got Danny Marie and Legacy Bullies.
We got Zach Bigger, Lost Coast Bullies.
We got Alina. We always butcher your last name. NK Kennels.
We got my homeboy Randino Lee, Right Way Bullies.
Oh yes, shout out to him, man. Rest in peace, Right Way. Bullies Cool Breeze. He passed away this weekend.
Sorry to hear that, Randy.
Well, we're still gonna have him on the show. We're gonna give him his time. And then again, right now, the only sponsorship as far as registry that's done locked in with us is Erwin Berryman's Bully PedX.
Shout out to Erwin.
Hey, he done gave us a booth at all the Bully PedX shows. Raw Dawggin will be there. We will be in the building again. Registered dogs with Bully PedX.
David Brown is giving a credit to Kronos away at our show in October.
Oh shit! Hey, we can't wait. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. That boy Kronos is bad. When Tim got there, I said, "Hey, come here, Tim. There's a dog here that's gonna wow you." And Tim Solomon was like, "That's a bad motherfucker." Even called me after the show. He was like, "We saw a lot of good dogs. No hate on nobody.
Right.
But the baddest dog that we probably saw that night had to be Kronos. I feel like. I mean, he didn't win our stack off, but that's because it's
Between him and Golden Child, in my eyes, is the two top dogs.
They were the two
that I've
top
seen.
dogs in that motherfucker.
Like I said, I mean, you got your boys that was there. I like exotics and stuff, but it ain't always about the exotics. I look for what the most correct dog is. You know what I'm saying? Those two dogs are
For
well
sure.
put together.
So we're going to talk about some badass dogs. We're going to get into our sponsorship videos. Hey, again, shout out to Randall Lee. Man, he's a hell of a producer. He's got a camp. He lost a badass stud that he had sponsored on our show, and we really want to give gratitude to him. And he has a backup, the Slurricane production. So again, a shout out to Right Way Bullies and Bully PedX, and you guys check out these videos. are back now. Hey, again, man, shout out to Right Way Bullies. Man, that Cool Breeze, rest in peace, man. He did leave some fire-ass productions.
Right.
So, again, if you guys fuck with us, you guys reach out to Right Way Bullies, man. Give y'all condolence because that's a badass stud. And he fucks with people that support him. So you guys, man, y'all make sure y'all reach out to him.
That's right. Randy's a genuine guy. So like I said, if he considers you your friend, he's your friend. Like I said, I had COVID, and the motherfucker hit me up. Hey man, I got all these vitamins, this and that and the third. Whatever you need, I'll send it to you, bro. No cost, I'll pay for it and everything. I was like, no, they done got me on some Z-Pack and some other stuff. I'm pretty good, bro. I appreciate the offer though. Man, he hit me up like 3 days in a row, still asking and caring about me. You know what I'm saying? So that's a really truly genuine person and what I call a good friend.
Oh, so, yeah, for sure. Another thing, again, shout out to Bully PedX, man. You guys make sure y'all register. Y'all saw the Google impressions, how many people's getting looked up. The shit is fucking going, man.
Hey, man, I'm going to tell you right now, if y'all got kids watching, go ahead and put their earmuffs on and tell them to close their eyes. Fuck you, Josh Willoughby.
Hey!
Cocksucking motherfucker.
The best picture.
They can't see it yet.
The best picture of the show.
I'm telling you right now, y'all going to see it? Fuck you, Josh Willoughby.
Hey, now keep them coming. Keep them fucking coming. He said that's fucking hilarious.
Dirty fucking snake.
Hey, I'm telling you, man. So, again, BullyCon this weekend. We showed up Friday. We had the Friday show set up, man. Friday show was just as jumping as a regular fucking Saturday night show. I mean, dude, there was a lot of people. The exotics the fun show went so crazy that the exotics micros didn't even get the show until 1 a.m. on Friday,
that's
man.
Nuts, dude.
Hey, we were legit. It was a damn good show. I mean, Kevin and them had everything that you could ask for there. The security was there. That wasn't them, though. That was actually the venue security. They had a police officer that got his fucking rocks off. The motherfucker literally got a hard on for kicking people out this motherfucker, bro. Like, It wasn't no disrespect, but that motherfucker gave zero fucks at the show. Like, he was literally just... But that wasn't them. So move past that. The dogs. They had... Man, there were so many fucking dogs there that...
Dude, the exotic grand champion class, I wish I had brought my boy Jax out because that class was fire, dude.
Dude, just that lineup alone, if you had a dog that was mediocre, you wouldn't even bring that bitch out.
That micro exotic grand champion class, it was phenomenal, dude. Like I said, I mean, you couldn't go wrong. Like I said,
I loved it, man.
I would have hated to been the judge that show. Just being all the way real with you.
The first night, which happened to be my highlight of my night. My production, which was great, man. I know I used to say it doesn't matter, and I'm still saying it really don't, but it does make you happy when you like something you created, champs, and like put in the ring. Kev's like, did he just champ? I'm like, man, I don't know, bro. He's like, pulls up on phone. He's like, yeah, he did. He's like, if he does that, he's signified in there tomorrow. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm good then. Like, you know what I mean? So I didn't post it till it happened, but the highlight of my night and weekend, honestly, was my own boy becoming a champ. So now I understand the excitement. Like when Chad cried, when Mateo the Bull grand champ, which I still got lots of work before I'm on that level. But I understand now. Now I get that rush that you get when you get that feeling. So that was cool. So then I got to go in the ring, and I got my ass whipped by Spotify. He came out, RJ, which won our stack off, with his dog, not with Spotify, but with K2. Dude, he was showing fucking Spotify. Spotify ain't been in the ring in a little while. Man, he brought him out. It's like he needed that break, bro. He came back with Jordan, but not the 4-5. That motherfucker said, nah, bro. I ain't got the 4-5 on the day. He didn't. That motherfucker was stacked. He never squatted the whole night. I mean, you even got to see him at the fucking stack off, bro. That dog was on one. He was on his tier. So that Friday night was great. Got tons of people walking around with the belt. Then we got the cards.
Dude, the card thing was phenomenal. I'm still wowed about it.
That will be on there tomorrow. The card thing will be, I mean, not tomorrow, but next week's episode, because we're going to do a recap. That dude gets his own shine as well. There were some cards there. If you guys are tapping into the show, I will highly recommend we'll go over them on next week's episode when we really get into the nitty-gritty on that. It's a card that you scan to your phone. bam, and it pulls up your Instagram page or your Facebook page or your YouTube page or your in general website. It's fucking amazing. That was another great thing that was at the BRC show that I've never seen. That dude flew in, actually. I'm on friends with him on Instagram.
You see all the show? I'm friends with him too. Did you see the lineup that he's doing? He's going across the coast.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's going to be amazing. So people are going to have opportunities to tap into that.
Like he did a couple shows in California, then went to Texas, then was to Chicago, and was going somewhere else this upcoming weekend. So, like, he's got all his itineraries already set, you know what I'm saying? So,
oh, yeah. And, dude, I thought them fucking things were awesome. When you showed up, I'm like, Tim!
Dude, that dude can make $1 million off that.
Oh,
off that,
I guarantee that.
Dude, every dog show.
But not even that. He could walk and hit these businesses.
Right.
You know how many times somebody's asked me if I have my card on me or what's my shit, and I'd be like, man, you try to type in, they gotta look it up or can't find it. Here, Bubba, scan your fucking phone and and you don't have to use the camera. All you gotta do is you don't even have to unlock your phone. It'll pull that motherfucker right up.
No, you have to unlock it.
Sometimes you don't now. Like I figured that out. You don't even have to unlock it. It'll pull it up as a Wi-Fi connection. So it kind of worked out pretty cool.
I didn't know that. I just knew he told me they had to open their phone, scan it, and then they go to our page and boom, it's done.
So there was a lot of good dogs, man. You had Javier. He was judging the show and helped judging and MCing the show, Mr. Worldwide Exotics, on the fun show side. And then on the judges, like I said, man, on the sanction show, they had 4 different judges there. Right. So it was a good show, man. Honestly.
I got to talk to Cal Mook, dog, Roberts, because I seen something posted on there. He put on there he was at Chicago, you know what I'm saying, showing these trophies, you know what I'm saying. I'm like, damn, was he there? If he was, I missed him, you know what I'm saying. The next thing you know, he's on there talking about oh, dude's twisted. He's twisted. Skinny tits.
Oh, yeah, they were.
Skinny tits. I was like, who the fuck's he talking about?
I'm pretty sure they
bro?
were making fun of for Javier.
But I didn't know, like I said, so I got to get with him and ask what that all about, because he sent that to me privately.
Oh, yeah.
And he posted it
on
he
put it on Instagram.
But he sent it to me privately.
So the best picture of because I saw you got a lot of pictures of the show. Photo credits to Josh Willoughby on the best photo, coming from BullyCon Chicago, Paul Wall edition. That's the best photo. I do love that. Keep them coming. We want some candid photos like that.
Eat shit, Josh Willoughby.
Hey,
sucker.
And shout out to Danny. Hey, Danny's saying that I wasn't even going to go to the Friday show though. Her daughter Madison, which will be my handler for if I got dogs and they're there, Madison will be handling my dogs. That is Legacy Bullies' daughter, Danny Marie's daughter. Madison will be handling all my dogs. They convinced me to even go to the show on Friday because I wasn't going to, and literally it was fucking epic. I had a weekend. I
still ain't never been to a Friday night show, so
it was packed, bro. When I say the Friday show was just as good as the Saturday, maybe not as packed, but as good quality. Yes, Friday night was just. That's the reason why. I was dog tired, bro. Saturday night. Fucking beat, but I was still such on a dog high, bro. Trapzilla was there, that Golden Child son. Machiavelli was in the building. There was a lot of extreme dogs that showed up this weekend, and there was tons of exotics. And and I get super excited, but there wasn't anything that was like that I didn't think that I had better or if not the same. Besides them extremes, they showed up to the show, man, and they showed the fuck out, bro. Like that was probably my funnest part about the show. Kev Green, they raffled off fucking rugs, backpacks. The trophies they were handing out were epic, man. These custom trophies are starting to get. Fucking when you get them now, like, hey, bro, what's it called? I even if I don't win, can I buy that trophy, bro? I need that on my bookshelf. Like, there's starting to be some epic fucking
like I
trophy
said, I'm trying
pieces.
to tap in with Will Collins and Zach Bigger. I want that Michael Myers trophy.
$250. I already talked to the guy, Victor.
I'll pay.
I already linked in, so if you want, really, I already have everything we need. You can actually even order the set. Like I was telling him, like, our household is huge Halloween all year long.
Oh, that's me and Lori. My favorite's Michael Myers.
He said $250 a piece is what we could buy.
There's not a Halloween movie that I don't own.
Hey, Valles did fucking great, and I probably butcher his name, and he probably makes fun of me for butchering his name. But Grand Champion Boulder and his clique Matt, they did they had a hell of a fucking show.
Boulder's a bad boy, dude.
Hey, Boulder is very
What color
impressive.
would you call it? Is he a lilac?
Cream.
A cream?
He's
I
like a
was gonna say,
cream.
'cause he look lilac.
It's
but then
like
again,
a
so-
lilac cream. I don't know what the fuck it is, man.
Right.
How did the double XL look there? There were some XLs there that are. I mean, XLs are good, and I'm not knocking anybody who has the XLs. There's some that are really clean, and then there's some that are really freaky right now. And I think the XLs are on like the exotic, the micro and nano form. Like there's a lot of variations of them. I don't know if they need to start narrowing theirs down like we need to do ours. Like start specifically locking in, to try to get a. I mean, there is a standard obviously, but it's all got a big variation, man. I feel like.
That's like if you ask me, I really think that the BRC and all these other registries should just go ahead and make another class of a nano class where it ain't micros and nanos, because there's so many nanos coming out these days. You know what I'm saying?
So
but
I want to
can
go
see
ahead
why
and say
they
that.
haven't.
No,
because a
I
lot of
hear
those
you.
nanos ain't fully functional.
Okay, so with that being said, I told you I talked to concepts a bunch of times. We are gonna have. I'm not for clarifying yet of whether we're gonna do the nano section of it, but so the micro exotics, we're gonna of course check teeth, so we're gonna be close to where they need to be if they're gonna. But we're gonna get rid of that 8-month-old, 9-month-old, 10-month-old. We are getting rid of that because of the nano portion of it, right? So a nano definitely cannot compete. A micro doesn't. Even when you have a young micro, it's like I have, that's in that 6 to 10 month range or a year range. It's almost unfair to put them with the standards. It's almost unfair because they're built different. They really are. Then when you bring the nano version into it, they're completely built different than what a standard is. So we are going to let them show in the micro exotic class whether they are not. But we are going to require, that you show us proof of some age of some sort. We will. I don't care if you put it on your phone, whether you show me it's canines, you can show me, like, we're going to check some age. Like, if you say your dog's 1 to 2, we want to really know that it's 1 to 2. Like, we're going to just.
You still got some people out here that lies on their paperwork.
And they can't. And we're never truly going to know. But we're going to do the best we can to clean it up. Best you can do
is check, like you said, check the canine. Check the paper, and then check the canines.
Check the canines and try to do a little bit of both and get everybody to know that we are literally working towards, because now the nanos is a whole nother ball game. Right. And I had a nano that was your production, Homicide, that we co-own together. Like, literally, Homicide is on there. Like, he's a nano.
Right.
At one take, champed out. And one take is on the nano scale. But on closer to the micro, he's the bigger nano. But he is a nano. He's still under the height weight. But when you put them next to each other, there's this much. How would you compete a nano? You know what I mean? And he was that same size at 8 months. He was actually that same size at 7 months. Like, you know what I mean? He's only got this much wider. So we're going to try to change it up a little bit. We're going to talk about now discovered kennels. We wanted to do discovered kennels. We want to do Brown's Bullies. The Chrono son from BullyCon. I don't know if you guys can see him up there yet. He is a fabulous, when I mean absolute fabulous specimen of an American bully. Fully athletic. Jumps on the tables, he's got videos of him doing
China
everything.
Boy's son.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Yeah.
Kronos.
Oh, yeah. Well, Kronos is his name.
Right.
OG China Boy, his son. Yeah. Bottom half is Corrupt.
Right.
Female half, old school Corrupt, meets new school OG China Boy, and he created one of the most phenomenal bullies that I've ever seen. Like, I didn't even notice his ears weren't cut until after the fact.
Right. Then
I finally get to his thing. I'm like, God damn, his ears aren't even cut. And when I say a phenomenal boy, he's got him at a great rate. Those guys are up in Boston. They fucking have phenomenal fucking presence went about them. Like, they know their dog is badass, but they do bring all. They'll stack that motherfucker next to anything. Not too cocky. They do great, man. Again, that top line perfect. Rear looked like a bull. Like, no shit. Everybody claims they got a fucking gorilla.
Man,
He's got one.
I'm gonna be all the way honest with you, bro. If that dog would have stood still on his stack during that stack,
he would have won.
He'd have won. Hands down, would have won it. I'm telling you, that dog is a specimen.
And I do believe, I think next time they get him in, like for our $1,000 stack off, he went against some dudes that stack. Like, you know what I mean? That stack for every weekend almost. So I think that was the only thing that really hurt him was his stack game presence. I would do it more, especially that dog. You're not going to be worried about him getting too over hot because that dude was fucking moving, mingling all fucking day. Was doing great, can breathe, not a mouth breather. I mean, he's a fine specimen of a fucking American bully. I think the dog of that show was him and Golden Child. But my wow factor for me was him because I ain't never seen nothing like that.
I totally agree. Between him and Golden Child was my two wows. Like, holy shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The way that they're put together, you know what I'm saying? It's my style of dog if I was getting into the bigger dogs. Matter of fact, if he could guarantee me a pup that would look like that, I would be almost willing to pay the price of whatever he's asking for it.
I would, probably. Yeah, I'd be like, Tim, let's go in half at least.
My old lady loves the dogs that size.
Oh, yeah, it's fucking amazing.
She would have that some bitch in the bed with us.
And he is all over the couch. I've seen him in videos, man. That was one thing. When he friend requested me and I started going through him, because then, you know me, I
was already following the guy. Didn't even know it.
Didn't even fucking know it. That's nuts. That's the way it works, man, in this bully world. So another legendary dog. We're getting ready to go.
I'm telling you right now, guys, the pictures of this dog is not doing it justice.
At all.
When you see this dog in person, your chin is going to drop.
Go to the page. Go to the page and look at his videos. Browns Bullies, and I promise you'll be wowed. If you ain't wowed, message me and we'll talk about it. Definitely, for sure. We'll definitely talk about it. So we're going to get ready to go into our interview so this show don't get fucking crazy long. Another dog that has a wowed and people that have put on for our fucking state. Right. You're one of your close friends.
That's right. Like I said, if y'all's tuned in and watching, I think it was 9 people tuned in right now. Make sure y'all stay tuned into this and share and let everybody know that there's a legend that's coming in on right now in an interview. He's the guy that put the exotic world on the map in the state of Kentucky. And if you've always been interested and want to know what Fat Willie blood is, tune into this interview and you'll love it. He's got everything every answer you want to hear.
Let's go, man. Fat Willie, Jonathan Smith. Phatline. And good evening, you motherfuckers. And tonight we got Mr. Kentucky himself.
Of Kentucky, and when it comes to exotics, he put Kentucky on the map.
Oh yeah, Phatline Exotics is top tier, world renowned.
Right.
All the big breeders know him. So again, man, we're gonna get in. We appreciate your time, John Smith. I'm already choked out a little bit already for excitement, bro. Hey, little fanboy, because you know I appreciate what he's done, bro. Like, and when I talk dope ass dogs. I always say John Smith's got the 2 dopest studs, in my opinion, in Kentucky by none.
Right.
And then world renowned, top tier, bro. Like easily. So again, we do appreciate your time. We know you're a busy man. Hell, we see all the boxes on Phatline's Instagram that go out fucking daily.
Not counting the traveling that he pulls up, like goes to Tennessee and
Georgia, the local just
to pull up.
You know, I heard 615 been tapping that out. So you know what I mean? I heard. Them boys been getting some work by the Phatlines guys. So again, man, we do appreciate your time that you're giving us, and that man, again, we got a lot of new people that don't know who you are, don't know nothing about Phatlines or Fat Willie. So John, man, can we get you to introduce yourself? Tell us who you are, your camp, how it came, a little bit like that.
How it came?
Yeah. How did Phatline Exotic start? When did you start?
I did my very first bully breeding, I think it was 9 years ago. I started out with a Dax line, with a couple Dax line females. My very first breeding that I ever did was 3 times Dax. I bred the Will Collins boy White Owl. He was off Dax, bred to Strawberry.
About what year was that? What year did you get in?
About 2013.
2013. Damn. So yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. You and Will been fucking with each other tough time.
Well, actually, it was longer than that. It was probably a year or 2 longer than that. But that was my first bully breeding. You know what I'm saying? I started out with puppies.
Gotcha.
But in the beginning, the first time I laid eyes on Miyagi, I hated that dog.
For real?
Dog was the ugliest shit I ever saw. Because my eyes were trained to the bullies, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
American bully. But then it was just like the more and more we looked at this shit and was, you know, the exotic movement was starting to take place. Miyagi, that dog became like iconic, and you know, no shade on the American bullies. They're beautiful dogs, and you know, a lot of people still breed them. But I just developed a love for the exotic look.
Yes. True. Yeah. I started off the same way, American Bullies, and then Tim, I had my American Bully pass away, and Tim brought me to the exotic. So I understand exactly. Once I saw them, because at first you're like, what the fuck are those? And then you start looking, and then you're like, oh, hell yeah. So I definitely kind of understand what you're saying on that. But it's cool that you got to see Miyagi, though. Like, I've never got to see any kind of a dog.
No,
like,
I didn't see him in person. I'm just saying,
okay.
like his pictures
Gotcha.
and stuff. Like, it was just the dog was just like something you never saw before, and it was just like, what the fuck is that? But like I say, that, you know, I started developing a love for the exotics, man. So then I cleared my whole yard. I sold every American bully I had, and I had a couple stud credits to some exotic studs, but had no bitches to breed to them. But I was patient, and I waited until I found the right bitch to start over with, and that's when I grabbed Fat Willie's mama.
Okay.
I gave $5,000 for her when she was a puppy. I bought her from Garrett DeVore.
That's big money back then, for real though. Like when you think about, I mean, for me it was like,
Well,
that's a
I
good ticket.
it was for me at that point in time too, but people were already spending bigger money than that on dogs even then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, them extreme dog and Magoo muscle tone shit back then was pulling them numbers for sure.
Yeah, so you know, and then I started my whole yard over just based off that bitch. She produced Fat Willie and Jules, and then Fat Willie produced Fort Knox. I bred Fort Knox to Jules. She produced Goldmine, and that's where we are today, you know.
Oh yeah, man. I'm telling you right now, that's what we tell people all the time, bro. They're like, who's y'all's favorite dog? And me and Tim always say, we're like, Fat Willie. They're like, who's Fat Willie? And then we always whip out our phone. Boom. You know, and then we like, then people start looking, you know what I mean? I know you've sold big dogs. I mean, I know for a fact, like right now, Goldmine and Fort Knox are definitely getting big tickets, you know what I'm saying? But like even Fat Willie was, how many dogs have you like, how many productions did Fat Willie have? Did you know? Do you know?
I'm not exactly sure with him, man. I mean, you know, Fat Willie hit the scene about the same time Bape did. So when Bape hit the scene, you know, you got this pretty. Bape's a beautiful dog, and he brought the color to the table. There's no denying it. You know that Bape put in work, but it just as soon as Fat Willie hit the scene is the same exact time that all the color shit took over, which Fat Willie produced color is the only thing that really saved him. If that dog didn't carry color, he would have never made any impact at all. Nobody would have given him the time of day. And that's why we have so many fucked up dogs today, because nobody worried about producing a dope dog. They just wanted to breed a chocolate to a chocolate or lilac to lilac and chocolate. They didn't give a fuck. They just want color.
Right. They don't care about the structure and substance of the dog anymore.
No, they don't. And that's why we've been blessed.
The structure got left way behind, bro. That's why when you see the majority of these blue dogs and black dogs, they're a lot better put together dogs than most of these color dogs.
Right.
Oh yeah, I totally agree. I always put when I posted a thing on Facebook, it said you can have a fire ass rainbow litter, but there's always that one black dog that's got that fucking
coldest one in litter.
It always usually is.
Now don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting here saying fuck color. because
Oh yeah, no. We get it.
this whole fucking dog game is supply and demand.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
definitely.
So I mean, if you're producing nothing but black and blue dogs, and you don't have anybody to sell them to, you're not keeping them all. What are you gonna
Right.
do with it?
Exactly. Yep. Out of all your dogs you produce, who's your favorite production?
Fort Knox.
Fort Knox. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I like Goldmine, man. I mean, Fort Knox is cool too, but I like Goldmine.
Goldmine is pound for pound. He's probably a little better. He's a nicer looking dog than Knox, but he don't have that resume Knox has.
Right.
I
Yeah,
mean, in due time, don't get me wrong, but as of this moment,
right
you
now.
can't deny the work that Fort Knox has put in.
Oh man, no, everything I've seen has been, I mean, totally.
Hey, and not taking nothing from Fort Knox. Fort Knox is throwing some badass fucking females, phenomenal females.
Oh yeah, I know Dixdale Bully's got a fire ass.
He had two of them off the same litter.
Oh yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? He bred it to an inbred Fat Willie daughter back to Fort Knox and got two of the baddest females.
It was funny because I went to Dixdale. I won't call him Pig, but Dixdale. I went to his house and we were putting the dogs up, and he was like, boom, and he grabbed the one, and then one came in. I was like, holy fuck! I thought it was a male. He was like, hey, he was like, this is a bitch.
Me and Lori
I was like, damn.
there.
He said, hold on, wait, little bro. I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, I got a second one. I was like, bro, hey, I'm telling you right now, hey, producing females.
When I went into his yard,
that black bitch shits on 90% of the studs in this fucking game today.
She's insane, man. And my hat's off to you,
John. When I went into his facilities, he had the dogs in there, and I was like, man, what are you gonna do with that male right there? And I said, because he told me the black one was a female, but there was a blue one in there. I was like, what are you doing with that blue male right there? He said, that ain't no male, it's a female. I was like, for real? He said, yeah. I was like, no, ain't no fucking way. He picked her up and showed me. I said, man,
yeah,
bro.
man. Hey, I'm telling you right now. Hey, again, man, like a time after time, bro. That's one thing I can say. Like, we always go, you know, and Raw Dawggin this. We've been, you know, we've tried to get you on, but we know you've been busy. We've tried to get a lot of people on here lately. Raw Dawggin is putting people out there on a platform to let everybody know that, man, there's dudes out here that's really fucking doing it. And we was like, we always say that, like, who's the top, you know, breeders. And we always put John Smith. We always give out Fort Knox. We always put out for Kentucky for sure.
Right.
You had him at the Wow Factor.
Yeah. I took Knox and I took Knox to Wow Factor 2020. I took Goldmine this year.
Yeah, I know he did good. I got to see him with him and Leroy Hickerson. I had that boy. I was Nano Knox.
Yeah, we was trying to get the year he took Fort Knox. We was trying to get they was all pumped up because your dude that got arrested, so I don't know his name, but he passed away after the show. We had a motorcycle wreck. The dude that owned Freddie Cougar.
Oh yeah.
I was like, man, bro, you need to stack that motherfucker up next to his Freddie Cougar. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Shit, because even Third Shift Jay was telling John, man, let me take your motherfucker over and stack him next to that dog. That dog ain't shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? John was like, oh man, I don't give a shit. Go ahead.
That's one thing I've always said, man. Like, John Smith's dogs always, bro. They'll stack up anywhere. That's one thing, because we're starting to get to see a lot of bulls and start to see a lot of bulls what they always work with. And we start to compare our yard, and then we know what our yard is built up. Like we said, if it wasn't for Phatlines, we wouldn't even be in that.
Fuck, John knows every dog on my yard's got nothing but Phatline in it. Fat Willie, everything's off Fat Willie.
I'll be the first one to tell you, man, Fort Knox is not a table stacking dog by any means. He's not a narrow dog, but he's not the widest, most extreme dog. But 360 degrees, he's a very complete dog.
Oh, muscle on muscle.
And that's where a lot of people, in my opinion, get lost in this breeding shit, man, because they're just worried about the front. They want the craziest front they can put on a dog. Fronts that's one of the easiest characteristics to incorporate.
Yeah.
It's very easy. Knox
that's why they sit him down.
Way wider fronts than he has. Yeah. But I like to build a dog from the rear forward.
Hell yeah.
All my dogs out rear end, but like I said, all my stuff's Phatline. It's all Fat Willie. You know what I'm saying?
So it's built off exactly that, and that's a good thing. Like you said, we have a lot of new people to get on the show, and they heard it for someone that's been doing it a long time and doing it successfully for quite a while. You heard what he said. You build a dog from the rear. Like, hey, you start with that. You great foundation, like we said with the foundation bitch. He said Fat Willie's mom. That's how he got started.
Right.
You know what I mean?
John, if you don't mind talking, man, can you talk about the breeding that you did to produce Fat Willie?
I didn't produce Fat Willie by myself, bro. I ended up selling his mother on a co-owned deal.
Right.
And
that's how you got Fat Willie and Jules though, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and there, you know the story behind that. There's a lot of contradictive shit that went on with that breeding, and he's supposed to be off one dog but looks like another, and the owner of the stud owned both dogs at the time. So everybody does crazy shit work. But if you want my honest opinion, this is where people tried to say I didn't even know what was in my dogs when I was on that live on Instagram.
Yeah, and we watched it.
Man, no disrespect, man. Fuck them clowns on IG, man. They ain't nobody.
Half of them dudes been breeding like 2 years.
I'm not tripping on that, because look, either dog that is truly that dog's real sire is crazier than damn near any dog anybody out here owns today. So
you're damn right.
The dog is truly either off of Crown Royal or Bowflex, and I think it's Bowflex because he looked more like Bowflex. He looked just like him, just a miniature version.
Let me ask you something. But both of them are litter mate brothers, though, right? Bowflex and Crown. They're not.
No.
Okay.
No, Bowflex was produced by George. He bred Bolo the fat bitch, a Miyagi daughter.
Right.
And Crown Royal was produced by Jay Andrews off of Bellagio. I don't remember what the mom was supposed to be, but Crown Royal was a crazy ass dog. So was Bowflex.
Yes.
But
oh yeah. That, like you said, both dogs either way was phenomenal. So it kind of worked out. Like, and you never know. Like in this bully game, bro, you just don't know. A lot of times you got to take, a man's word.
And the thing is, man, is with most of these people out here who own multiple studs, you don't ever know what fucking semen you're getting sent to you.
No,
I know. We've had this discussion with Kyle Muck, man, on like how all these big name breeders are breeding their dogs fucking 5 times a day, like 5 days a week, and like how in the fuck are they? Like, there's just no way, bro. Your dog couldn't keep up anyways. Your dog could not keep up if you're really putting out them kind of numbers y'all are saying. And we all know there's smokes and mirrors behind this bully game, and we know what some of this shit is for. So I don't doubt that. And I don't doubt that, but dude, there's just no way, man. And I know you're got it.
There's been several times where I go to pull Knox for breeding and he don't pull. And at that point, all you can do is give the money back.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the proper way to do it.
That's the way to do business.
An honest person will return the money.
Right. But you know how it is, John. A lot of these people are just agreed. It's all about the money to them. It ain't about the dog. So they're going to do whatever it takes to make that extra $500 to $2,500, whatever they're charging for the rest of the stud fee. You know what I'm saying? Besides the lock-in.
And dude, you'll see why dogs aren't looking like certain dogs.
Right.
We've had this discussion. There's big name dogs that aren't throwing that big name look. Right. Like we were just talking. Kyle Muck said, "How many Bulsachi clones have you seen?" We all could only say 1 or 2, max 1. Like the average was 1, and we all knew the same guy. Like he was saying, dude, there's just no fucking way. He was like, show me. And then he was talking about beef, like dogs being dead and there not being no videos of their dogs. Like, man, have you been, I mean, you've been in it a long time, and I know you're on that high level, man. Do you know of like why do they do that shady shit, bro? Like, why? Like, I mean, you've never did any of it. Like I don't understand it.
Because the money's addictive, bro, and it's too easy.
That's crazy.
I mean, you know, when you got dogs pulling in $5,000 studs, it's the easiest legal money you can make.
Right.
The semen don't cost you a damn thing to collect from the stud.
No, and it only takes you 5 minutes to collect the semen that you need to ship.
That's crazy.
Exactly.
I mean, fuck, John, I've learned a lot from you and John Barrows, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I wouldn't be able to pull my own dog if it wasn't for you two guys. And you put me hipped on the note to only hold my dog for 5 minutes for the safety of him. You know what I'm saying? Anything after 5 minutes, you're getting the rest of that I can't ever say that, pronounce it right, the fluids.
Yeah.
I
So
mean, it's not necessarily it's not necessarily for the safety of the dog. It's just that, you know, that first little bit that you get of the sperm rich fraction is all you need. And, you know, collecting all that seminal fluid is pointless.
Yep. John Burrows is the one that told me the same thing, because he was like, and I know y'all work real pretty good close, man, and just to know that kind of information, that's the, you know, and for a good breeder, man, it's a good way to learn. I'm glad that, like, being able to reach out to you guys and being able to, like, that kind of information was valuable to me, because I had no fucking clue.
right.
I was holding them like, oh, bro, damn, I'm trying to get 15 cc's. You know what I mean? Like, no, nah, Bubba, you'll fuck your dog up real quick.
When I first started breeding Fort Knox, man, he throw, well, hell, Tim, you were there, wasn't you, for his very first breeding at John's house? Wasn't you there when I was videoing it?
Yep.
The dog threw 14 cc's on his very first ever bull.
Damn.
Sure did.
Fucking came out swinging for the fences, son.
Shit, he was hunching the air at fucking 6 months old. No, 4 months old. Whenever we went to that fucking Shelbyville show, all of us, me, you, Pig, John Barrows. Remember, you helped me get into my vehicle because I locked the keys in the car.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I think Fort Knox was only like 4 months old then, and he was hunching.
I know we're talking about.
It wasn't that we were even trying to collect that much. He was just gonna give it to you before you could get the bag off of him.
Yeah.
He threw 21 cc's when I bred him to Terrence Merriweather's dog.
Damn, that's crazy. That's nuts.
I mean, you know, as he got older, that shit decreased a lot. I mean, the sperm rich fraction is still just as good as it's ever been, but he don't throw nowhere near that amount of prostatic fluid anymore.
Gotcha. That's what's up. Damn. I know you got a lot. I know you've produced a lot. You know what I mean? A lot of dogs have came off Fat Willie. Tim's got a grand champion, Fat Willie, the only grand champion that I know of. Do you know any more like Fat Willie dogs that are out there in the ring, actually out there getting it? Or do you pay attention to the ring, or do you really care?
I honestly no, and most exotic breeders don't.
Gotcha.
Okay. With that being said, John, we know you sold a lot of dogs. So if you know how many foreign countries that you've sold Fat Willie blood to?
Well, me personally, bro, I ain't never really sent a lot of dogs overseas personally. I mean, his blood's been sent overseas quite often, but
right. Like,
I don't know. It's just like, when the overseas guys come to me, they ain't trying to spend no money.
Right.
Oh man. And
but
I know you probably deal with that a lot, bro. People trying to get some of them high quality dogs that you got over, like, you know what I mean? Like, for
but they don't want to spend no money, man. It's like, you know, I can sell $10,000-$15,000 puppies all day without having to send it overseas.
Right. Yeah, they don't understand that.
No.
No.
All the overseas shit it's a big headache, man. A lot of countries, you got to hold on to the dog until it's, 12 weeks of age so that it can have a rabies vaccine and all that. And when you're running a business, you can't hold on to these dogs that long. You need them gone. You know what I'm saying? You need space.
Yes, sir.
But
I definitely understand.
So
I shipped Fort Knox semen to Australia. That shit was a pain in the ass. It took a year to get it done.
Damn.
And
That is
and it
insane.
now
So,
it should not have taken that long. But the repro lady that was working up there at Pee Wee Valley, you couldn't. She hardly ever came to work, and if she did come to work, she would never return your calls or nothing. They ended up firing her. But
damn.
it was a royal pain in the ass. Then I just recently had another guy from Australia wanting to know if I could ship him some semen over there. I was like, dude, I ain't even fucking dealing with that shit again.
Right. He was like, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it, no.
so
Man.
John, let me ask you. Let me rephrase my question. How many dogs do you know personally that's overseas off Fat Willie? 'Cause I know there's dogs out there that you know
I know I
that
seen
is
Vietnam
overseas.
for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
So
Tim, I honestly wouldn't know the answer to that, man.
okay.
Yeah,
I
a lot
really
of
don't.
I know there's a few because I follow a couple. And that's why I'm like, oh, that's what's up. Like, you know what I mean? Because it was when he had that Fat Willie page. That's when I was following just new people because I saw them. I was like, all right, I'm about to follow it because as you say, we always try to find the next blood that matches.
Right.
I know, like with Fat Willie blood, I know what helped make like Fort Knox Fat Willie met paintball. Right? Is that correct?
Right.
Yeah, like is that one of your like is that gonna like your favorite pairing with Fat Willie's blood, or is it like Fat Willie Devil's Spit, or is it what kind of, or do you have a preference?
I don't really have a favorite, bro, because I've seen that dog produce. I've seen him produce amazing dogs with so many different bloods.
Right. Okay.
And honestly, guys, like with these fucking exotic dogs, man, at the end of you I mean, yeah, you don't get me wrong, you do have some dogs that can really pull it off and produce. But a lot of these dogs, there's just so much shit in the gene pool already. I feel like it's the luck of the draw.
Gotcha. Yeah.
One thing I've always heard with Fat Willie blood is you need to keep a hold of it for about a year before you ever make your decision. Is you being, Fat Willie's owner and seeing a ton of productions, it is in your eyes, is Fat Willie a producer right for the beginning, or is Fat Willie one of those ones that you gotta
Mature.
hold on, you gotta let it mature and
I've seen it both ways, man. Same,
I
and
agree.
it's the same with Fort Knox. Like, a lot of I've seen several puppies off of those dogs that were just crazy looking from the beginning,
Mhm.
But then there's been others that you like, damn, I'm gonna have to pet home this dog, and then it ends up turning into the best dog from the litter.
well, honestly, that right there is my part of the question. I've seen lots of dogs, and I've heard about lots of dogs that at the beginning, 6 weeks and under, 12 weeks and under, they're like, oh, this dog ain't nothing. Like I can't believe Fat Willie through this, and then that dog turns a year old, and the motherfucker is insane. But
Right.
it's
Well,
never.
seeing that it was a learning curve with that dog in the beginning, man, because Fat Willie was a crazy puppy from the beginning to the end. Like nothing ever changed about him. He just grew. That was the only thing. You
God,
didn't
he
have to
was
wait on him
thirsty.
to pop or any of that shit. But then a lot of his offspring, his first two litters, I didn't sell a single puppy out of either one of those litters for more than $3,000. And then 6 months later, those same pups that I sold for $3,000 are getting resold for $20,000 and $30,000.
God
Yeah,
damn.
I mean, that's
Oh
my point.
man.
That's what I've heard over and over and over. I mean, it was everybody kept saying you got to wait for that dog. Like,
Oh,
just
man.
wait, and it's worth the wait.
That's what I was told about the rich chicken blood. They was like, wait for it to be a year old before you do anything. I'm like, okay, whatever. Like it was
Like I
just,
said, I got a lot of Fat Willie blood of my own, and I bred a lot of Fat Willie stuff. So like I've seen puppies at birth. I can be like, man, that motherfucker there is dope as fuck. Then I could be like, Lori sit there, I like this one here. And that motherfucker's ugly. That ain't
John,
gonna be
I know you-
shit.
I
And then
know
the next thing you
bred
know,
Fat
it
Willie
is.
to a lot of different things, and I know you brought in a lot of outside blood into the Fat Willie blood. But if you had one bloodline to take the Fat Willie that
Any
you
of 'em.
haven't, or maybe that you already have, and you're
Past
like,
or present.
it just fucking kills it every time. Like if you had to pick one dog, maybe one bloodline,
One bitch.
yeah,
One
one bitch
bitch.
off a certain dog or something like that. Who is that dog?
I don't know, bro, because honestly, what the best way, you know, when we're talking Fat Willie himself, not his sons,
Right.
honestly, my preferred way to breed that dog was back to his daughters.
That's what's up.
Every time you doubled up with that dog, he killed it. Every time.
Hey, that's
Yeah.
knowledge to
Yeah.
people. I mean, that's
Because now I'm gonna be like, man, dude, I'm about to take everything from one
I
type.
mean that's coming from the horse's mouth right there.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, I have never did anything like that. I'm scared.
I mean, you know, he worked good with paintball blood. He worked good with devil spit blood. He worked good with bullseye blood. You know, one of my best litters that came off Fat Willie, excuse me, was off him bred to some inbred bullseye shit, and the female was still to this day the worst dog I ever owned. She was the
Damn.
worst looking exotic bully that I ever owned. But when I bred her to him, she killed it.
Hey, it's
Tim,
crazy.
Tim, you remember White Hershey, right?
Yep.
White Hershey, Moet, Piggy, and Dime Piece. All four of those bitches came from that litter.
Yeah. All four of them was fired.
Moet
Dope
the
as fuck.
lilac?
Yeah, Moet, the one I
Moet?
got, the one I got the dog off of.
Yep.
Oh man, yeah, I know exactly who that dog is. Yeah, that's Smurfs and them. Mom,
Yeah.
ain't it?
Yep.
Yeah,
Izzy and
Smurfs.
Smurf.
Yeah, and that bitch Smurf is fucking nasty.
Hey, I produced some of my best dogs off of Izzy. Like I said,
That's
I got
what's
I
up.
got a fucking nano. Since I'm telling you, I got a badass nano. She's under 8 inches, blue, off of Jack's bred to Izzy. I'm telling you
John,
that.
I got a question. I don't even know if they may have already asked this when they asked like how Phatline started. How did you come about Fat Willie? Has it y'all asked?
You already asked about that. We already
He broke it
did
down.
that.
He said, like he told about the.
Yeah.
Bolo.
Then
Okay.
you know, and then the name Phatline came from the dog, Fat Willie.
Yeah, gotcha.
Hey, there it goes, right there. You heard it from the man himself. We already done
Every-
addressed
I love that name.
Every,
going-
every dog on my yard has that dog's blood running through it. And if it's an outside bitch that I bought to add to the yard, she's been bred to it. I just bred I bred my Hobbit daughter last night to Fortnite. So that's 8 bitches that I bred in 40 days time. And every single one of them been bred to Fort Knox and Gold Mine other than one.
Right. And I tell people like, you know, Eldon himself just bred the 4-time Fat Willie female to Gold Mine. Had a phenomenal litter off of that. That what I've seen so far off of them. And that's pretty much a 6 times Fat Willie litter,
That's what's
if to
up.
be correct, because you took Gold Mine, which was produced by Fort Knox, bred to Fat Willie's sister. You know what I'm saying? Litter mate sister, belly mate sister. So you took that. So that right there was, you might as well say that's 2 times Fat Willie,
Yeah,
bred back to a 4 times Fat Willie. So,
that's
but on paper, it's only going to show 5 times Fat Willie, but it should be 6
And
because.
And that's the
Go ahead,
other
John.
thing, the dog DJ was talking about a minute ago, Smurf.
Mhm.
Look how she's bred. Fat Willie's son to Fat Willie daughter.
yeah.
All right.
Hey,
That 2 times Fat Willie shit hits, bro, every fucking time.
You.
No.
Now you said 8 bitches in 40 days. Is that on your yard or is that off?
No, that's in-house. my personal bitches.
Hey, John, I know a hell of a whelper. Hold on. I know a hell of a whelper, bro. If you need help, I got
Hey,
you.
don't spit his drink out.
Hey, right now, hey, you know what I mean?
What did you say, John?
I told him don't spit his drink out.
Hey, I know a hell of a whelper. 40. God dang.
All right, so
He's pumping them.
So 8 bitches in 40 days. How many in 365 days?
Oh fuck, bro, I don't know.
I mean, you have to have a huge ass yard. That's a lot of bitches in 40 days.
He's building a building.
You ain't seen him build
You
a
ain't seen the
building?
progress on Facebook? I follow, bro. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, as
Y'all
far
been
as
doing it for a
as a
long
dude
time.
that I like,
Well,
when I say like,
Actually, you know what? I take that back. I take that like I lied to you. 9 bitches because I bred another one today.
oh fuck. See, hey, see? Look, see? I know a guy, bro. He'll work with you. I know him. I know him personally.
The one I bred today is she's with my homie in Atlanta. I co-own her with him.
Is that what's his name? Tracy or Terry?
Foreign Schoolie.
Yep.
Yeah. I co-own little chocolate Fort Knox daughter with him.
Hell yeah.
He got a 9-piece off gold mine right now to a Fort Knox daughter.
Damn. Okay. We'll have to check that out.
How many puppies has Fat Willie sired?
He said he didn't know.
He don't know.
No.
No.
The last time
I know
that I
his.
spoke to UKC about Fat Willie's productions, he had 134 permanently registered offspring. Now, there was still some out there that hadn't been registered yet. There's, there was some that nobody ever hadn't turned in the puppy application on. But at that point in time, he had 134 permanently registered. Now, what the total number is altogether, I couldn't tell you. But I do know Fort Knox, he passed Fat Willie in his first year.
Damn. That's what hey, dude's hard, bro. When you see him in person, like I rode with Tim. I rode Tim to John's house, bro, and we stopped over. He's like, hey, we're gonna stop over here. I was like, bet.
9 months, 10 months, somewhere around.
Dude,
there.
he's nasty,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah,
He's
he's
built.
hard
He's
built.
like this. Like he's stacked. Like dude is. And then when Gold Mine comes, bro, his head just like, bam, of lilac godness.
Is
Motherfuckers
Fat
go-
Willie, or
Yeah,
I'm assuming Fort Knox is probably your ideal.
Mm-mm.
Who is your ideal dog you have?
Gold mine.
Told you.
Gold Mine?
Gold Mine's
I
it,
just
bro.
wish I could change I wish I could make him the same color as his daddy. I'm not a big fan of lilac.
See, I love it. See, I like it. I'm a huge fan of it. I'm like, yes, motherfucker.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll take it over black or blue, but
Right.
I prefer chocolate.
Right.
You know, how do you feel about that though? You say you take it over black and blue, but your black dog is what started the whole thing.
Dude, he's got
Yeah,
one of the baddest black and white females, pie balls, and he hates pie balls. I'm telling you, dude. What's her name? Is that a
Gumball.
girlfriend?
Gumball.
Gumball.
That bitch
Ain't
is.
that funny that like, you absolutely fucking hate a black dog, but that black dog is what
Yeah,
started it
started.
all.
And it's crazy because
Well,
it really.
I don't hate a black dog. Black dogs are my favorite, but like I say, man,
Yeah.
it's
Like
it's
chocolate.
supply and demand.
Right, okay.
I-
When I was saying you hate a black dog, I was kind of doing the same thing, kind of overall, like most people hate a
Yeah.
black dog, not specifically John Smith, but no, that makes sense.
Well,
Yeah, dude.
Gumball's like a female Fat Willie, and she's pregnant now.
Personally,
And honestly, I'm hoping that I get a crazy black male out of that.
You're gonna tell us who she's pregnant by?
Who's she by?
Who's the baby daddy?
You got some liquor in that cup?
Oh yeah, Ben having look at his cup.
I
That's
do.
that Eagle Rare.
I dual sired that bitch.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
fuck.
Oh shit. Hey, it's gonna be nasty, bro. We have to. Hey, we want updates on that motherfucker,
Yeah.
bro. Hey, we'll have like
I
a raw
wanna know
dog.
what the-
We'll
I
have a
wanna know
raw
the
dog
stats
special
on
on
that.
that bitch.
I wanna-
Yeah,
I wanna
because
know the stats on that.
because we haven't really talked about dual
I've
siren
never
on the
actually
show.
I've never talked to anybody that actually
did that.
committed to doing it and what it
Man, John Smith, bro, please keep us. Hey, teach me, bro. Like I would love to, because I want to know. I've always heard this. The only other person I know that's ever said it was Ron Ramos on that interview, and he was talking about that. But
at the time of the breeding, man, I'm like I say, gold mine is my ideal style of dog. Don't get me wrong, Fort Knox is a badass fucking dog. But gold mine he's kind of more my style of dog. And I'm looking at the bitch, and she's one of the craziest bitches I ever produced.
gotcha.
And I'm thinking, you know, her to gold mine is gonna be fucking insane. But then I'm like, but Fort Knox produced this bitch.
Right. And no disrespect, I ain't seen a lot of gold mine female puppies. But like I tell everybody, if you're looking for a female, you need to get a female off Fort Knox, because he's throwing, in my opinion, the females that he's throwing are kicking the males off of his ass. I'm just saying, dude. That's just my opinion.
Well, but that's any stud, Tim.
Right.
That's any stud. When you really break it down, because in order for you to say that a dog is producing better quality males than he is females, then he has to be producing dogs that are actual stud material. Because in today's game, it takes a special male to really put the promotion and the time and energy into pushing that dog.
Okay.
Right.
It takes a special male to contend. You know, you can put two of the baddest dogs together on this earth. You're not guaranteed, just because you get a good looking male out of there does not mean that he can contend with the studs that are in the game today.
Right.
So that's any stud. Any stud, I don't care what stud in history, he will always have more talked about females. Well, let me rephrase that, because people don't really talk about females. But any stud is going to produce
better bitches.
Look at it this way. You don't have to have the craziest bitch out of the litter to breed her to a dope ass stud.
I know that for a fact.
Hey, I've even heard to take the ugly one.
So, hey,
I've heard even take the ugly one to save your bank.
You're talking a lot about females and saying nobody talks about them. In your opinion, what is more important, female or male? Your opinion.
I think it's 50-50, bro. Like, if we're really talking about putting a breeding
together, probably the most honest answer that you can give, because it is 50-50. There's a lot of people that say that you gotta have a female to have a yard, that you gotta have a male to make money. But you saying 50-50 is, I mean, that's where it's at, really.
Well, you know, a good producing female is worth her weight in gold. But a good producing male is worth a lot more, because a lot of times you can take that male to just average bitches and still pull it off. But
yeah,
like I say, you still always, no matter what, gonna get more
better females
breeding. Let's say it like this: breeding stock females than you will studs off of any stud in the game.
That's what's up. That's knowledge, though. I mean, it's good to learn.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense if you look at it like that.
All right, so back to the dual sire thing. A question that I have: how did you do it? Was it natural ties with the surgical?
Yeah.
Did
you go one by one, like same day mix?
No, I pulled both studs, and I left the pipette in her, and I pushed one syringe, followed up with the other.
Damn. Okay.
So yeah, that was my question. I mean,
do you do it like that? I didn't know, like, if you did one day and then the one day too. Like, I didn't know.
Yeah.
No, I pulled both studs, had the semen ready to go.
Two studs,
same day,
exact time.
Yep.
Damn, I cannot.
Have you done this before?
No, that's the first time I ever dual sired.
Hey, this is gonna be. Hey, man, let's
So now when this litter is born,
update to this.
So now when this litter is born, you'll do a DNA test to find out which sire is the father of that litter.
Yep.
That's please keep.
You know
us
what,
up
that right there means more than anything, because there's very few people that are willing to DNA.
No, because dude, do you know how dope that's gonna be, John? Like
You
you're
gotta
gonna be
look
able
at
to
it
talk
this
about
way,
some
too.
shit nobody's doing.
That's a trendsetter.
You got to look at it like this too. Now, I wanted to breed that bitch to both those boys anyway. So why breed her to one now and had to wait 6 months and breed her to the other later?
Because
I
you're
can do
never
both of them.
guaranteed she's gonna be there.
I can do both of them right now, and if I get puppies out both of them, which it's not a guarantee, but most likely, then I can look at these puppies and I can say, okay, well, Goldmine hit harder with her than Fort Knox did. So when she comes back in heat, I'll repeat her only to Goldmine.
Ooh, ooh, that's
John,
gonna.
John's thinking.
Hey, dude. Oh my God, that's hey.
John's thinking.
Damn. Hey, please keep us up to date because I want to learn about this more, dude. This is this is intriguing for me, like for real. Like
She's
I ain't
doing
been.
she's doing less than 2 weeks.
So she
Oh,
took.
Yeah, she's pregnant. She's big.
Hell yeah.
yeah. Oh my God, this is gonna be epic, dude. This is cold. I can't wait to see what that does, man. I know you ain't never scared.
John,
Of
on average, like, do you spend a lot of time researching other people's dogs, or do you research?
Fuck yeah, he
your dogs?
does.
I don't know. I wouldn't say that I spent a lot of time doing it, man. Like, obviously I look for other studs to incorporate into my program because I don't want to breed myself into a corner. But if I get, I've
I'm
gotten
asking dummy
to the point.
questions for the new people, but I want you
I've gotten
to
to the point
answer
where anymore, if I have to ask you for a video of that dog, then I'm not even going to contact you about the dog because
that's what's up.
it just like, man,
he knows what he's looking for.
when you got one, let alone two studs on your yard that are the caliber of the two boys I got, and by no means am I trying to say that they're the hardest thing in the world or the best dogs in the game. I'm not saying any of that. They're my personal preference. And when you had two dogs of that caliber on your yard, it makes it extremely hard to go and breed to other people's dogs who, the dog lacking something here or there, and they're
Right.
hiding it from you. That's the biggest thing. Don't hide it from me. I
Yeah,
got
show it.
rear, I got rears for days on my yard. So if your dog's, if you need a little help in the rear, my bitches can cover it. But let me see it.
Right. Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. Is there anybody here on any of those like 9 breedings in 40 days? Did you use anybody outsourced or did you stay in house for everything?
I used one. I used Johnny Reel's boy Lemonhead on my daughter's Lilac, Fort Knox daughter. She didn't take though.
Oh damn.
Damn.
That sucks. Cause I was gonna say I'd like to see what that does.
Yeah,
You
she was one of the first ones I bred. I haven't done an ultrasound or anything, but she definitely didn't take.
So you've been involved in a lot of litters. Is there a specific kind of preference on how to breed? AI, natural tie, surgical?
Yeah, what do you prefer for your
prefer?
studs? Like, if they're getting semen from you, you know what I mean?
Or I mean,
Or
your
local.
female. How do you want to breed your female?
I mean, me personally, man, I prefer an AI unless I know the bitch has a history of not conceiving off of an AI, then I just go to a surgical. I skip the TCI.
Gotcha. Okay.
Absolutely zero naturals, huh?
But I got the best vet in the world on my team, man, for my surgicals and C-sections. He's in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. It's a 5-hour round trip for me, but I drive it multiple times a week.
Damn. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that guy. That ain't that far, but yeah, no, that's good. I'm glad, man.
Well, he made it possible for me to be able to make more money and do more breedings in this shit, man, because if somebody contacts me and says, hey, my bitch is at such and such numbers, do you got a vet that can do a surgical for me? I don't even have to call and ask, hey, can you get me and this dude in or whatever? I just tell him to come on because I know he's going to get me in.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I definitely understand. I mean, I know if it wasn't for you, my vet wouldn't be doing surgicals now, and now she does them. So, and
Yeah, I showed her how to do it. I showed her
Yeah.
how to do it the very first one.
yeah, really, and it took.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, bro. And then now, hey, she did a surgical for a homicide. Dude pulled up. We did a surgical. Bam, them bitches. She's taking. So, and then I know of 3 other, but they were Frenchies. So, but yeah, dude, if it wasn't for him, my vet wouldn't even be doing surgicals right now at all. And she even was like, what do I charge? Like she didn't even really have a base for it because she didn't do them.
Yeah. And you know, and she's great, but you know, she works off of a set schedule where my dude, man, if I called him right now and said, hey, I'm on my way, I need a C-section or a surgical, come on.
Yeah, man. No, yeah, her ass ain't doing that. Pam be like, get you in the morning by 9 o'clock. Like, I swear, no. She's a good woman, but she ain't doing that. I promise you. But that's good. That's another thing that, you know what I mean? For being a successful breeder, you got to have a good, I feel like you would have to have a good vet, like hookup of some sort. Like, yeah, because you're going to be you're going to be a busy motherfucker. Like, because
Well,
I know on Instagram, it seems like I see you ship 1 to 2 packages a fucking week or a day on sometimes.
Man,
Like
a lot of shit I don't even post, bro. Like I met Lamar Franklin from Lexington in Elizabethtown. What was it? Yesterday or the day before, it was one or two. I didn't post that. You know, I sent one out to New Jersey. I didn't post that.
You know,
The one.
it's not even just a ship of the semen, but like you just said, 9 bitches in 40 days. He's gonna need a vet 9 days at least, so somewhere around there that he's gonna have to have a vet.
That's insane. And I know Lamar, bro, because Lamar's bought whelping boxes. Like he's in there in those cages that I'm selling now. Like he's trying to get those. Like
Man,
I know
those boys have bred to every stud I've ever owned, and they bought multiple dogs from me. Like those boys, they putting in work and doing their thing up there.
Hey, and the funny thing is, like, I'm trying to get him on the show. He said, I'm almost there. I was like, what do you mean, bro? I know what your yard looks like right now, motherfucker. You're there. He was like, nah, bro. He said, I'm like a couple more breedings to be exactly where I want. And I was like, yeah, man, bro, he's got some nice ass shit. He's that boy in Lexington, dude. He is hammering out, man. And he's taking his time with the.
So when I get this new setup done, we'll do another one, and I'm gonna show you the whole fucking camp.
Hey, hell yeah, man. Hey, we're looking forward to that.
Hey, we want the sneak peek to that. Like,
yeah, we want the exclusive.
Smith,
yeah, don't put it on Instagram. We won't be the first one.
I can show you exactly what it's looking like so far. Can you see the screen?
Yeah, look, damn, boy.
Damn.
It's a fucking
Yeah,
okay.
What is that? 30 by 60?
20 by 50.
Damn, okay. Damn. Hey, 50 yarder.
Off 10.
Yeah. I put that too far off.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, again, man, congrats. And we do appreciate your time. We got a lot of people, you know what I mean? Like they get to hear the man from himself. One of the dopest fucking breeders in Kentucky.
We done did 19 episodes. And
19 episodes.
We talk about
man.
you.
And we've had you.
Everyone.
We've had Fat Willie's video on here.
Mm-hmm.
We've done, you know what I'm saying? We do appreciate you. And for anyone, we're gonna wrap you up on your interview, like final words, like to give like new breeders or like people who are starting to want to learn about Fort Knox and Gold Mine, where to find them, like, and how to get in touch with you.
Phatline_exotics on Instagram. I fuck with Instagram way more than I do in Facebook anymore.
That's what's up.
Yep. And words of advice: throw all that bullshit out the window when people tell you breed for yourself or people tell you don't chase the hype. You got to chase the hype and you got to breed for yourself.
Yes, sir.
And the point being is that everybody's hype ain't the same. Everybody's vision ain't the same. So, but you also have to cater to the market.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of guys out here that say, oh, fuck a tail, I don't need a tail. Well, at the end of the day, no dog without a tail is a complete dog. It still can be a dope ass dog. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of dope dogs without a tail, but it's not a complete dog.
I absolutely agree.
And I just feel like the way that this game is moving right now is like people are getting away from the real bulldoggy little fat pudgy dogs, man. So put some structure on them dogs.
Yes, sir. That's what we're preaching, and we're doing. That's the reason why we're big on the ring now. Me and Tim we've been pushing, like, the exotics for more the cleaner structure. That's why he's got the grand champ, Fat Willie Jax Teller, who's fucking dope in his own ass lane. And he resembles Fat Willie, man, in the face. Like every time you see him, you see the white split. You're like, oh yeah, that's that Fat Willie head.
Jax is a badass dog. I love that dog. That's where that dog strong points are. He can go in the ring and kill shit.
Yes, sir.
Well, a lot of these dogs, they're just table dogs.
Yep.
Motherfucker look crazy and aggressive from the front, but turn that bitch sideways and look at him.
Exactly. Hey, Tim's always hollering that because as soon as the judge starts, he's like, look at the rear, look at the rear. He don't even get the judge a chance, bro. He don't. I know because I've been the judge. Like I've seen it.
Well, and the judge should be looking at that. The judge should award the most complete dog in the ring.
Yes, sir.
I have personally declined judging some of these shows, bro, because first of all, there's a lot of my blood out there, and if you bring that dog in the ring and I'm judging it, and he's the best thing in the ring, then I'm giving it to him.
Yes, sir.
But then the politics of it is going to be, oh, he only chose that dog because it's off of his dog, or he produced it, or whatever. And then, but then if you don't choose that dog, the motherfucker who owns it gets mad at you because they feel that you should have been in their favor.
Right.
So, nah, I'm good. I ain't judging no fucking shows.
I definitely
Especially
understand.
Kentucky.
Especially in Kentucky. You're like, hey, take me out west. I might fuck with it.
Nah, I can't even do it. Fort Knox bloods all across this country, man. If we were talking Fat Willie Productions, they're thinner, but Fort Knox is in damn near every state there is. So, nah.
That's what's up.
I ain't judging nothing.
That's what's up. Again, we appreciate your time, John, man. Again, y'all heard him, Phatline Exotics. Follow him on Instagram. One of the coldest studs. I mean, 3 studs that I know in the game, man. And I'll put him up. If John was at,
don't even count the third one.
I know if John was going to Chicago, we have $100 entry fee for the Raw Dawggin at BullyCon, $1,000 for first place and a championship belt. I know them boys would be killing it, bro. Like, we need to get you out of some of these shows, man. We need to see you.
When is it?
This weekend. We got
Saturday.
one this weekend.
It's the biggest show they sold. There was 150 booths in Chicago, and they've sold up to lunch today. They still had 13 booths available. So
Too hot, bro. Like I'm not putting none of my dogs at risk, and I don't want to witness the death of anybody else's.
Right.
That's a dog, man.
Too fucking hot.
Yes, sir. That's why I'm not taking none of my dogs to that show.
I understand. Well, again,
I mean,
man,
my dogs do pretty good in the heat, man, but I still ain't gonna risk it.
No. You also got some of the dogs have anxiety issues, man. It ain't just the heat, it's the anxiety. They don't like car rides.
and we just seen that not too long ago.
Like, I got them.
And you just don't ever know. You don't ever know what's gonna happen either, bro. It's like if you remember that one time I was on my way to fucking Simpsonsville with Fat Willie, and there was a bad wreck on the interstate, so I was stuck in traffic for so fucking long. I ran out of gas, and it was like 100 degrees outside.
Oh, God damn. That's crazy.
Yeah, I should have filled up before I jumped on the interstate, but I had enough gas to make it there. But by the time I got stuck behind that wreck, I ran out of fucking gas on the interstate.
That's fucking nuts. Oh shit.
Couldn't imagine.
Dude, I was
Oh,
fucking
hell no.
panicking because my dog's over here. You know what I'm saying? It's hot as fuck.
Oh goddamn! I'd have been like, oh, what do I got in here? What do I?
Dogs.
Yeah. Yeah, what do I got? Because, dude, I'm gonna tell you right now that the Lucius son, bro, that motherfucker would start hacking. Bro, you better get that motherfucker in the cool, bro. Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, he did not like heat. That motherfucker, he would love to be outside in the fall time, winter time. Winter time, you couldn't get the motherfucker indoors, but when
Well,
he got
see,
hot,
and the thing with my dogs is, bro, like they're never exposed to heat. So,
yeah,
you know,
they're indoors.
a lot of people say, well, the dogs get used to the environment that you raise them in, and I believe that. But I take zero chances with my dogs. When it's fucking 80 degrees, the air's on. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like,
Yep,
and
I
they
understand.
get accustomed to that, and then when it's 85 and they don't have no fucking air conditioning, they can't breathe.
Yeah, it's
Right.
nuts. It's nuts.
Like I said, I got dogs. Like Jax is fine. I can take him all across the country in the car. He don't have no problems. But like Netflix, on the other hand, it ain't the heat that bothers him, dude. It's the anxiety of that car ride, dude. So like
Yep.
I just told he'll never go to another dog show if it's over 45 minutes.
That's the
45
that's the
minutes
way
to an hour drive.
that's the way gold mine was, Tim. But what you got to do, man, is you just got to just break him into it. You know what I'm saying? Take him on short car rides. You're just going to the
Mhm.
fucking gas station and back. Throw him in there and take him with you. Get him used to it.
Right.
Gold mine was the same way. I couldn't take him to do a live breeding to save my fucking life. But I worked with him and worked with him. Now I can throw him in the car and drive all the way to Tennessee and back, no problem.
Damn, that's what's up. See, it's more knowledge for motherfuckers who are watching this, and you know what I mean. They're getting their studs, and they're like, "Oh, goddamn, this dog's fuck." Like, no, bro, there's ways. You know what I mean? Ways to do it. Again, we
Yep.
appreciate your time, John. We're
All
gonna
right,
wrap up
fellas.
the interview, brother. Hey, again, thank you, man, and we appreciate you for being on Raw Dawggin. Definitely, like we said,
We'll
since
tap
we
back in with
started,
you.
we've
And we'll
been
tap
doing
back
this.
in with you so we can get that update on that on your dual
Dual
sire and
That'd be
your
crazy.
and your dog building, because I can't wait to see the finished product, because I know you've done talked to me before about how the floor is going to be. I can't wait just to see how your layout's going to be in the dog building.
Yeah, it's
I
gonna
know
be
you're going
nice.
to have your own little setup where you
I
got your.
want to see these coming puppies.
All right, I heard Lori. You hear Lori? She wants to see these coming puppies.
Huh?
Lori wants to see the upcoming puppies you got coming on.
Well, like I say, I haven't confirmed, but just Gumball so far. She definitely
I'm gonna
pregnant.
start
So
saving my pennies. I'm gonna start saving all my money.
I'm probably gonna keep that whole litter, bro.
Oh man, I
You
need,
know what? You know what?
I need a female, bro. I need a female. I know you got something.
Tim will sweep your floors if you throw one our way.
Raw Dawggin sponsored for life.
Hey, I'll tell you what I do got, bro. I got a little she's not my blood now. She's a crypto daughter. I got a little bitty. She's short as shit, but she's thick as a mule. Little black tri crypto daughter. And carries colors. She'll throw lilacs, chocolates, all that shit.
Right.
Real short back, micro little bitch.
Oh yeah,
I'll send her my way.
yeah. We need to come check it.
Get you talking.
Yeah, I got plenty of kennel space. I got plenty of kennel space.
Come check her out. Cause I
Hey,
need to move some dogs. I counted my dogs the other night. I got 19.
Motherfucker, don't tell me that. I'm on vacation starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, come check her out. She's for sale for a good price. I got to move some dogs.
Road trip. Road trip.
I got 19 dogs, and I'm building a facility to hold 16. I got to move some dogs.
Okay.
All right. All right. Again, we appreciate your time. Thank you again for being on Raw Dawggin. Like I said, again, we're gonna have a bunch of Fat Willie. It's gonna be Fat Willie, Fort Knox, Goldmine. It's gonna be a Phatline special Kentucky. So there we go. That's it.
Thanks, John. Peace
Appreciate
out,
it.
brother.
All right. That's what's up, fellas. Appreciate you.
A Phatline special Kentucky. Man, and we're back, man. Like that was a hell of an episode with John Smith, Phatline, Exotics, Fort Knox, Goldmine, Fat Willie. I mean, the man himself that's produced so many dogs that's turned out to be great quality and produce their top tier into a whole nother level.
Right.
Like you said, Fort Knox and Goldmine have already surpassed him in breeding. So shout out to, man, that dude right there who's putting in major work for Kentucky and for the exotic community in general. Top tier bulls that should get some fucking shine.
Right.
You know what I mean? But again, we do appreciate him for tapping in. I know we're getting ready to go back into Raw Dawgin's Ralph's Corner.
No, it ain't. It's no longer called Ralph's Corner. It's called Powder's Corner. Y'all should see this man's legs. You can't tell. He's got all white Air Force Ones on, white socks. You can't tell where they start and end.
White is the top of that bald head.
That's right. Hey, no, I got some little sun to this, dog. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah.
We need to get them. We need to get them legs on the screen. Show them the legs.
Hey, he's gotta know he has a high up camera. I know he does. I don't know if it's
Look at
activated right now.
His legs are so white, but his face is so red. He's embarrassed right now. I don't wear pants, man. I mean, I don't wear shorts.
Fuck you, Tim.
Hey, y'all try to clown me for going to sleep on the way to the show.
All right, where we at?
Ralph's Corner.
Ralph's Corner. All
Right.
right.
Powder's
Ralph's
Corner.
You know, we like to keep it raw around here. Like to take questions from, our viewers and shit like that. And one of the major questions that we keep seeing over and over, is what should be included and what should be determined when you're trying to come up with a price of the dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's your dog? How do you determine your dog's value? Put a dollar amount on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what goes into that?
I'm gonna tell you right now, my dogs don't start off at 3,500 and go up. I go off of the structure and the substance of the dog, and then I also go off the color because everybody's color chasing. So you might see some of my dogs cheaper than others, but for the majority part, I start my dogs off at like 3,500 and up.
Right.
So,
Okay.
like I also, when I determine that, I go like off the cheapest dog I bought was 3,500. So I'm not gonna sell no one a dog cheaper than what I bought my cheapest dog
Right.
for.
So you count that as far as, how the value go.
Right.
We was talking earlier, you found that there's some different ways to do
Oh,
that
yeah.
math, and
Yeah, especially
it's
like
different, yeah.
when you do it on determine like your stud values. Like you're like, how much is that stud worth? Like what would it cost to you?
Right.
And we found out the way you can determine a stud's price is how much money you've made on lock-ins and how much you've made off your
Stud
puppy
feed
skin.
and puppies.
And whatever that value is, that's what that dog's determined value really
Pretty much
is.
what the dog's net worth is.
Yeah,
like.
it ain't what he's
So,
predicted to make. It's what
his
he's
net worth
actually
is
worth.
like.
Yeah.
So,
So it's a good way to take another dog. And the
money you
selling.
make off pups, you put it in that as well.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It just keeps
But just
keeps
the pup
going.
that you produce,
not
what
not the
said.
pups that
Right.
the people that bred to you only add in what
Right.
you produced and what you sold those pups for.
Yeah, that's
and
his
what you're getting
individual
for
income.
your
Makes sense.
stud fees.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and then on puppy wise, I'm pretty much the same way like you said. My bottom dollars are usually for like papered like with put them in the not a pet home is 35 usually that's about the going rate, and then upwards to 10K is where we
Right.
usually, and it all determines like how big the breeding is, who you bred to, what blood you're chasing, and like you said, sometimes we might not fucking hardly sell any of them. We'll just keep
I know
putting
with
them.
the Frenchies, you having trouble, wanting to sell them.
Yeah, we don't even really want to get rid of the Frenchies. We're
Right.
like,
Yeah.
damn, bro, we don't even have to really get rid of them, and they're turning out phenomenal. So we're starting to let people see them and let them know that they're available.
Yeah.
So, and we ain't lowered like none of our prices.
I wouldn't.
Nah, bro, and we have determined like that value, bro. That
Right.
they got that extra oomph that people are chasing. So we're not gonna just give it away because
Why should you lower yours when the next man is breeding Frenchies ain't lowering his? His shit's high.
Exactly.
Why should you devalue your dog? You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, no.
So
No.
that's the biggest problem I have is you got so many people out here that wants to devalue the value of their own dogs because they're trying to push the dog out the door.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Me personally, like he said, I got enough family members and I got enough friends and I got my bully camp that I can just space the dog out, instead of sell the dog for $1,500. If you're looking for a $1,500 dog, then you're watching the wrong show.
That's
Because it's not here.
No.
I'll tell you that right now.
Not telling you can't to pet home your dogs like that, and
Right.
great. You know,
That's
if you
a whole
pet home, you
different
price that.
Right.
But for that pet, you're taking it by the time it gets its ear crops and its shots and a little bit of time. That, you know, 2,500 to 1,000 is usually pet homes, because sometimes I don't even give a shit. Like, I'd be like, here, you can have the dog for this.
Because the dog's still gonna be in your circle.
Yeah,
at some
because-
point anyway.
They don't care about showing it. They don't want to breed. They're just like, I just love that dog. I just like, and not every litter always is bam, bam, that you gotta make them home run hits.
Oh, yeah, no, like I said, I mean, there's some litters, you know, ain't gonna be the litter, the value of another litter. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
it just sometimes
depends,
that's the way it works.
You know.
Gotcha.
And we do, and it works pretty well, man. I think if you stay with that kind of mindset, I think you can move puppies well, and you can make it. And you're finding quality homes, good price tags, and
My problem and issue is you got people out here who's because the market's so flooded, they'll have 5 litters at one time and like, okay, we'll just, instead of me making $3,500 off each one, I'm gonna sell this dog for 1,000.
Yeah,
you know
it's
what I'm
fucking
saying?
the economy
So
all
then,
up, man.
so then it messes up.
Shit.
It messes up everybody else's breeding, and people want you to sell your dog for. I'm sorry, I know I'm not, and I'm pretty sure I know he ain't, and I know a few other fellas that ain't gonna sit there and sell their dog, drop their prices because we got some newbie in here that don't know what he's doing. And he got 5 litters of pups, and those 5 litters of pups not taken away from none of what they got, but I guarantee you they ain't the quality of dog that I'm pushing out the door.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's the thing, you know.
And I hate talking to people that way, and I feel like you said, like they're having litters, right? And I know what they're breeding. Like, I know what they're bred together, and I know I'm like, man, we're adding bullshit on bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But then the price tags, then they fuck the market up. They legitly fuck the market up. That because then they get them hey, who's on the bully market? Hey, how many tags have you seen? Who's got a bully for $1,000? And I put like the shelter, you know, like, because really, bro,
That's how it
get
goes.
you just a regular pet home, bro. Quit trying to fuck up the system because
Right.
they keep flooding them, and they really, like you are.
Well, I like I said.
Quality. I think that right now.
Like for instance, I dropped my dog's stud fee because my old lady's like, let's do a Father's Day special. You know what I'm saying? So I dropped it. There will be no more specials for nothing, no more, because I had a clown tell another dude that he locked in on my Father's Day special, and he only owed a certain amount of money when the cat didn't even fucking lock in, didn't even pay me a $250 lock-in fee, much less my lock-in fee was $500. You know what I'm saying? The Father's Day special was $1,500. Like I said, so you know what I'm saying? I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Like I said, my boy Up Church 2.0 ain't going to be at $2,500 long. He'll be bumped up too, because if you're going to pay $5,000 for Fort Knox and $4,000 for Gold Mine, then you're going to pay me my price for my dogs, or you could just stay out my inbox.
Yeah, and I know for a fact, like, some people are watching and they're going to be like, what the fuck? But that is kind of directed at some people that we specifically know
Well, like I said, my
that
dogs
waste time. And
Hey,
I want you guys
my
to know
dog's
that.
got 3 litters on the ground.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You whelped 2 of those litters.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they're consistent. You know what I'm saying? With the 3rd litter and the 1st litter is so consistent with the way the dogs look. You know what I'm saying? So the 1st litter had 5 pups, one passed, and 4 lived. Those 4 are really consistent. I just seen those today. Matter of fact, that dude just locked in to breed back to 2.0, and we did the first breeding today, and we're doing a surgical tomorrow.
Yeah,
So, like I said, those puppies are like my boy's producing. It ain't just like I'm breeding and I'm getting 6 dogs, and 2 of them is good, and the other 4 is like pet home style dogs, and I'm trying to get $5,000 for these pet home dogs.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So
Yep. Hey, getting ready to go into, we're talking about your top tier dogs. I know we don't have Upchurch's video right now, but we got Netflix. So let's go ahead and throw Netflix on there so these people can let them see what you're talking about, top tier quality Nano Productions. are back, man, and there you go right there. There was a nano sensation. Fucking Netflix, your boy, like you were talking about, top tier quality nanos.
Fully functional.
Fully functional. When we talk about fully functional, we were talking about getting in the ring. So next week on the show, we got Ron Ramos. We are going to air his interview. We got to sit down and learn about the man himself, Papa
The dog
Pitt.
father.
Oh yeah, the dog father. There you go,
Papa
right there,
Pitt.
Papa Pitt. Also with that, for next week, we're gonna have Stand Game Kennels for R2. K2,
Yeah.
who
RJ,
who
Lloyd.
fucking won the $1,000 stack off at the BullyCon.
And the championship belt.
So we're going to get him on there, see what K2's got going as far as productions. I know he's also a grand champion.
Right.
He's a phenomenal dog, man.
He's
And-
a well put together dog. If you have to say perfect, that's probably
Oh,
him.
yeah, and at the end, man, it was the people's choice. We had it between him and Spotify, and they was getting pumped up. Spotify didn't move at all. He was a fucking statue. Then we turned him sideways, boom. Turn him sideways, boom. Turn him fronts again. Got the crowd jumping. We did the sound.
We did the rears.
We did the rears. Bro, came back, did the fucking, motherfucking sound again. The crowd went nuts for K2. So that's how I wanted Stand Game Kennels, RJ Lloyd. Shout out to them. And Ron Ramos will be on episode of next week's. So that right there is going to be exciting. I know RJ's looking forward to the interview. We got K2 banner that's going to get plugged in, hung
Right.
up on the background from now on. And repping, man, because it was a hell of a stack off. I mean,
Hell yeah, it was.
it was fun. We had we had a
some
lot of
dope-ass
dogs,
in
man.
there, dude. A lot of dope ass dogs.
Like we said, the OG China Boy son, Kronos, who we did Discover Kennels. Y'all go look him up. Browns,
what
Bullies.
about all the dogs? I mean, damn near half the dogs in the stack off was off of Golden Child.
Oh, yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Machiavelli was in that bitch. I'm
So-
telling you. R2G2 was in there. Dude, there was a lot of fucking great dogs. Scuzzball, man. Scuzzy again.
He made it to the final three.
Made it fucking to the final three, bro. And that motherfucker, for a young buck, nano, people in Ohio can hate all they want. Y'all can suck his dick. That's a dope-ass, freaky little dog, dude, that's making some noise. He is, might not be your show ring quality, but he is your exotic family companion dog, bro. I will give it to him on that. That's a quality bull. So,
Right.
again, shout out to all them people that participated in the $1,000 stack off. Y'all heard it, man. People love that shit.
Right, yeah. And like you said, we got OG Papa Pitt, the dog father, next week. So make sure you guys tune in to watch the interview with that. Got a lot of knowledge that he gives. So just make sure you guys tune in and watch next week.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So like I say at the end of the show every week, this is the only one and truly only bully podcast.
Facts.
There is no other bully podcast out there like this. The stuff that we do for our community, and so like I said, so remember this: you've seen it here first, and you heard it here first. Peace out.
Later.
It's raw, it's live, and uncut, Yeah, this is Raw Dawggin with your host DJ Cornett and Tim Turner. Let's go. It's raw, it's live, and yeah, it's uncut. From XL to teacups, studs, bitches, pups. Healthcare tips to help the breed grow. Stack all belts to help your team grow. Let's get it. Promo available, we got it for the cheap. And every Thursday night, yeah, we on your TV. With your host DJ, you're gonna get the facts. Tim Turner like Ric Flair, about to snap. Yeah, built up designs, nobody do it better. Go Ralph on the corner, getting at him on our channel. Yeah, you don't wanna miss it. We Thursday night live, 8:15, yeah.